Hey everyone, welcome back to BrowncoatNerd. Today I promise it's going to be a short video. We're just going to touch on some ammunition I'm sure many of you are familiar with, but I'm also sure many of you are unfamiliar with like me. And that's the streak visual ammunition. And the reason I wanted to kind of go over it and point out exactly what this is because, well, we kind of got slim pickings on what ammunition we're able to get our hands on, although things do seem to be getting better. So how I came to be aware of this stuff, this was quite a while back, right at the kind of height of gun stores being completely cleared out of guns and ammunition and everything. I had a friend of mine who called me up, and he was desperately looking for some 9mm, and he called me up and he was like, hey, dude, I finally scored 3 boxes of 9mm. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. What'd you get? Did you get Full Metal Jacket? Did you get hollow points? What'd you end up with? And he's like, well, I ended up with some tracers. And that kind of left me going, who, what? So I was like, you got to send me a picture of this to know what you're talking about. And I also advised him, I was like, well, if you're using this for home defense and that's all you have, you might want to keep a full bucket of water because you don't want to set your house on fire. But he had nothing to worry about. Just did a little bit of research on this. There's quite a few videos on this stuff out there. So I just want to let you guys know in case this is all you can find and you're thinking like me, like, freaking hell, I'm not going to use that for self-defense. I'm not going to shoot tracers inside my house. So these aren't really tracers, or at least incendiary tracers in the term that we're used to. This here, basically, long story short, guys, it's kind of a gimmick. It's a gimmick that kind of works in the right conditions, but at the very least, it still does work as a Full Metal Jacket. They do sell a hollow point version of this as well. I mean, I have no clue how well those expand. You might be able to find some videos specifically on their hollow points and how they expand in gel. And then, if it matters to you, they do come in red as well as green. Hey, alternate up the rounds and have a Christmas-themed evening shooting there. So this particular box, as you can see, is the Full Metal Jacket. Let's see, 147 grain. There are your velocities. So this stuff has actually been around for quite a while, apparently, or at least the last couple of years. I've seen some different boxes on videos. And so I was like, hey, I want to do a review to kind of let people know exactly what this stuff is. And so he was kind enough to give me 18 rounds. So I had 2 full magazines for my Star BM. I just picked this one because this is one of my 9mm I literally have never had any malfunctions with. And although there's lots of videos of people shooting this on YouTube, and whether or not it will function in your guns, never really a topic in any of the videos because it seems to work in guns. That's not an issue for this stuff at all. I still want to be able to at least shoot it a little so I could tell you guys, yeah, it worked. And my shooting results, I actually had a failure to feed. I'm going to blame the magazine on that. Even though I've never had any issues with this gun or that magazine before, typically, failure to feed, that's what it is. And like I said, all the other videos out there on the streak ammunition, none of them seem to have any kind of issues with the ammo running in their gun. So I am going to blame that on the mag, even though that's the first hiccup I've encountered with my Star BM. But it is what it is. So what is this? So this is, like I said, it's not an incendiary tracer. Now you can kind of see on here, the back of the bullet is like glowing red. And what they did is they put a coating or some kind of a gel on there, and it's a super fast charging glow-in-the-dark paint or gel, essentially. So when you fire the round, the actual flash from the gunpowder in the chamber kind of supercharges that coating on the back of the bullet. And the idea is, as you can see the bullet going down range, you then get, the red or the green trace left behind that bullet. Now, like I said, these as a bullet, as a Full Metal Jacket, or if you get a hollow point, they work as bullets, They do their job in that aspect. What they're advertising, the whole visual streak thing, it's a gimmick. And it's really not going to offer you any tactical advantage. The last thing I would want anyone to do is have a home intruder and then you'd be like, well, I'm not going to bother with aiming at all. you know, and just, I'm going to shoot my first round, see where that goes, try to adjust and shoot. It's like, that's not the best plan. But I could see these kind of being fun if you're, you know, out in the country. It's dusk, it's evening. You just want to have a couple of poops and grins. This, you know, this can deliver that for you. Now, like I said, the conditions have to be just right. And I'm taking that from videos I've seen on this. You pretty much have to wait until it's not necessarily completely dark, but definitely dusk, for you to be able to see, you know, actually get this effect. And from what I've seen, it does work. Now, obviously, if you're shooting during daytime or at an indoor range that's well lit and doesn't look like a dark alley, it's not going to do anything for you. It's still going to function as a bullet, but you're not going to see anything. And when I shot this, the indoor range I was at is a very well lit range. I was not expecting to see anything. Like I said, it was just a functionality test. And then I had that freaking failure defeat. Once again, I'm blaming that on the mag. But I mean, I didn't notice anything different with it. It didn't seem like it was a hot load. It didn't seem to be horribly inaccurate compared to other, you know, target loads I've shot through here. It worked just as a regular old bullet. It's just, it has that little kind of tracer, quote unquote, gimmick. Like I said, that will work in the right conditions. So if you're stuck with nothing else to get and you see this stuff and you're like, what the hell? I don't want tracers. These aren't really tracers. They're like fake tracers, if you will. So if this is all you can find and you're needing some home defense ammo, you know, it's going to work in a pinch, and, you know, you're not going to have to worry about it being an incendiary round and setting your house on fire after you've stopped your home intruder. So that's it. I just wanted to get the word out on this stuff. There's lots of other videos out there if you guys are curious to see how this does kind of light up, of people shooting at it like at dusk outside. I mean, it kind of works. I do believe he paid like $20 for this, so he's paying $1 a round, which that sucks, especially for Full Metal Jacket. Like, if they're at least hollow points, it's kind of like, meh, okay. I probably would refer to go with a better, more well-known brand, but, you know, like I said, pickings are slim right now, so you got to get what you can get. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys are able to find ammo and stock up on it, and yeah, be safe, stay shiny.